After doing the downfall of The Flash and the downfall of Legends of Tomorrow, I was like, let's speak about Supergirl. And when I was crafting ideas about my video, uh, speaking about Supergirl TV show that aired for 6 seasons, 5 with the CW and 1 with CBS, I was like, is the show uh, any good? The show experienced any downgrade of quality? I don't know. We will answer that question during this video. And I'm very divided because I'm a Arrowverse fan and I enjoyed most of the shows. So stay tuned for the rest. I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's start off by speaking about each season. How I felt about each season. And once we are done speaking about each season, we will go over to the reviews I made and what other viewer said about each season. And we will answer the question, was Supergirl any good at any time during its 6 year run? As you can see it, in the background you got the trailer for season 1. So let's start off with season 1. My memories of season 1 were not good. Usually the first season of most shows should be amazing and people should like it. People should, after seeing one season, want to see more. They should want to see more. And to be honest, I watched season 2 only because I was invested uh, with the Arrowverse and I wanted to see if the show would get better. And let's be honest, season 1 was painful to watch in so many levels. Um, a lot of episodes are boring. There's a lot of female empowerment uh, message all over the place. You see, this is Supergirl. I understand. She is female Superman. Well, this iteration at least. Because if you read some comics, she is a darker Superman that is not as linked to humanity than Superman. But I deviate from the TV show right now. What I mean by there, she is female Superman. And each time they can tell you she is better, they will tell you she is better. And that's okay, I guess, because in the comic, she is also better than Superman in some ways. And what is really hard is the dialogue, what the characters are saying. A lot of characters don't feel natural when they speak, and this is hard to watch. Lucy Lame? Yes, I said Lucy Lame. Because you see, they cannot get a Lois Lane, so they brought her sister in the show. And her sister is so boring, so lame. This is why I called Lucy Lane Lucy Lame. She was one of the weakest part of the season because each time she would come, I knew we would have some love triangle stuff there. And I don't like love triangle, but hey, I guess superhero TV show likes it on early season. I will always remember Malcolm Merlin, aka the Dark Archer from Arrow Season 1. I will always remember the Reverse Flash from The Flash Season 1. Why I remember these characters? Well, they were interesting. Their backstory, their plan, the impact they all had on the main character. Everything together makes a great villain. They feel like a threat. With Supergirl Season 1, you got Non, you got Astra. They are both so boring. You can almost fall into sleep when they give their speech about New Krypton. We already aired that kind of story. We already seen it. New Krypton. New Krypton. Whatever. The first time I have watched season 1, I could not stand the Jamie Olsen we got. Not because of the actor, because that's not his fault, but more like I didn't feel like it was the right cast. They wanted some black representation, so they said, "Oh, Jimmy will be black. Jimmy will be tough. He will be tall. He will be muscular. He will have big arm." Why? Look, I don't mind. I don't care if you color swap a character or if you gender swap a character. I don't care about that. What I do care is, does this make sense? My only few experience with Jimmy were in the Smallville TV show and the old movies Superman had, like with Christopher Reeve, and that's my only experience. And I really felt like my Jimmy Olsen is from Smallville. He was the one that marked me the most. It was interesting. I liked him a lot. And then we get the new Jimmy. Look, that makes no sense. Like, he is not the kind of character that should uh, be tall or muscular or sexy. He's just a journalist. I say sexy, no homo. I just think they casted him because he's the kind of man probably woman would like to see. I guess, I don't know. So during season 1, I really had a hard time with Jimmy. And I will be honest, after 2, 3 seasons with him, I started to get used to the character, and I was like, okay, that's fine. That's not my favorite Jimmy, but the guy is doing good job with the material he's given. And as I said, the actor is fine. It's the fact that I feel like it's more like a miscast than the actor's fault, because the actors, I'm telling you, he is fine. I have nothing against him. And I found season 1 interesting in some aspects, uh, mainly because at that time we had no Superman TV show, and the closest thing we had from a Superman TV show was Smallville. So coming with Supergirl, I was like, okay, I'm happy about that. I want to see more. Another very sad thing about season 1, most of the season felt filler. It was really filler-ish. I was not a fan of the weekly villain we had, because at that time we already had 1 season of The Flash. I believe it was 1 or 2, I'm not quite sure. Regardless, The Flash already gave us villains of the week, and I felt like Supergirl was just doing the same thing, but it was not as good. Because we already seen it with Smallville, we already seen it with The Flash, we already seen it at some extent with Arrow. just felt like some of the villains were really boring and annoying as well. Now, another good thing to maybe watch season 1 is Martian Manhunter. He was such a great character, I enjoyed him a lot. I also enjoyed Alex Danvers a lot. Uh, so the whole idea of season 1 was good, but it was poorly executed. I felt like they could have done more. I felt like the show could have been much better than what we got. And this is very sad to say because I'm pretty sure this are the show legacy in some ways because the first season is not amazing. Try to find good reviews of it on the internet, it's pretty hard. Some people enjoyed, but try to find people that are like, yo, that was the best season of TV I've seen. Good luck finding people. Like, I'm not telling you everyone that ate it, but I don't think many liked what they were given in season 1. Cat Grant, as you see her right now, was also a good character. So, I guess they had good character, bad writer. Bad people behind the scene, right people in front. Except for Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. Will I rewatch season 1 of Supergirl? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe one day. All I know is the fact that I will probably skip a lot of episodes because season 1 was painful to watch. Enough ranting, let's go to season 2. Season 2, I can tell you, it has a lot of improved ideas, I should say. Season 2 had some kind of two stories and going. One about Cadmus, I really enjoyed it. One about Dynamites. And the Dynamites one, oh my, this one ruined the season. Why they did this? So, the first half of season 1 was great, felt like a new show. But then you go into the back half. That was painful to watch. Come and ask to people, did you enjoy season 2? Most of people will say it was better than 1. Other people will say it was the worst season Supergirl ever had. Sorry about that. And I'm like in between. That's not the worst. It's clearly better than 1, but I won't say it was great. Uh, Jimmy was more interesting in this season because he became the Guardian. Now, I've got an issue with this. Because we already have many vigilante in the universe. And I felt like Jimmy became the Guardian only because they were like, oh, that would be cool, right? Turning everyone into superheroes, I don't agree with that. I will tell this, Jimmy as Guardian did not really bother me. It's more the idea that everyone will become superhero that I don't like. And I will tell this, Superman was a great character and the actor was well cast. I enjoyed a lot Mon-El and Maggie. They were both very interesting love interests for both Kara and Alex because this season Alex turned out to be a lesbian or bi, I don't know. Maybe lesbian, I don't know. Anyway, that that's Alex story, finding love, and that's fine. Um, Lena Luther in the other end was such an amazing uh, addition. She came to the show and she was great. I really enjoyed Lena Luther, and I like the fact that she was not Lex. What I like the most about Lena is the fact that you can tell she is in Lex family, but she is different. She is not a villain. And I liked the idea. Lena should be her own character and not female Lex. If you turn Lena into female Lex, I'm not happy with that. You already got Lex. So don't bring Lena just to have female Lex because you don't have the right for Lex. Don't make any Lex storyline if you can't have Lex. This is the way I think. Um, Thanks to them, they did not uh, change Lena into female Lex. Most of the season was entertaining, but as I said, I really didn't like at all Monel family, the Daxamites. Man, that killed this season for me. The whole you will marry who I want you to marry thing, I don't like that. This is dumb. Kara was great. She felt much more like Supergirl. And Martian Manhunter was also great. I enjoyed his story during that season. It was good. So I cannot add up much more to this. I'm divided between liking and disliking season 2. Coming to season 3 of Supergirl, I had very low expectation. I had very low expectation because season 1 was really bad. Season 1 was atrocious to watch. Season 2 was okay at best. No, I will be honest. Season 2, even if I did not add much negative, I did not add much positive, so we could say season 2 was mediocre. Probably even awful at some extent. Because when I remember season 2, I only remember liking the first part of season 2 and having such hate toward the end of season 2. So, season 2 can be considered awful. Coming to season 3, I was also like really skeptical. I had like info about the season villain being Rain because I am watching Eric's Reloaded channel and Paige as well. And if I remember correctly, they were both speaking about Rain being the villain of season 3, and I was like, okay, will this be like Smallville season 8? And I was worried about that because you see, I really enjoyed Smallville season 8. It was one of my favorite seasons of the show, but I liked it because it was unique. I was really scared that Supergirl season 3 would only be Smallville season 8 remake, if we can say it that way. And I was surprised. It had something different and I really enjoyed it. Supergirl season 3 was one of the best season of the Arrowverse in my own opinion. This is on the top tier if we make a tier list. This was great. I enjoyed my time. I will always remember season 3 being great. Now, of course, the start was a bit rough, mainly because of Alex and Maggie relationship. I didn't like that part of the show. I felt like we were back at Arrow season 4 with the Maggie Alex relationship. You see, in season 2, Alex and Maggie were like subplot. They were like there to be there and to give something to Alex. And I did not mind it. It was actually fine. To see Alex being happy was cool. I liked it. But then season 3, you could tell over a few episodes, Maggie and Alex are not meant to be together. I don't know if it's because the actress didn't want it to be on the show anymore, or if they were out of ideas for Maggie and they wrote her off. But either way, I did not like that. I am not a shipper person, but if your shipping ruins my show, I won't like that. Now, this was the only negative thing about season 3. I really liked the darker tone of the show, and sometimes it was indeed light-hearted as well, because this is the way Supergirl should be, since they made Supergirl that beacon of hope, since she is basically female Superman. And I liked it. The Legion of Superhero was great. The Brain storyline was great. Lena and Kara drama was okay. It was hard to watch sometime because it's not always well written, but it was still good. So far, we have not seen Supergirl losing any fights. And this is fine, but she feel invincible. But this season rectify it. You realize she has weaknesses. And she get destroyed by Brain. This was one of the best fight the show ever had in its 6th season run. And probably one of the top fights the Arrowverse ever had. I really liked it. It was well done, and I enjoyed it. I cannot wait to rewatch season 3 because season 3 was really good. So, season 3 at the end was amazing. Yes, it had flaws, but the quality was there. It was entertaining. I enjoyed my time. I cannot wait to rewatch it. I have a lot of good memories about the entire series. Of course, the back half was not as amazing as what it could be, but it was still good. I still enjoyed my time. I felt like the back half could have worked better with better writing, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's really hard to say. It was not bad, the back half. It was really good, but I felt like it had something missing. Coming to season 4, I had high expectation. I was like, they finally found what the show was supposed to be. And I liked it a lot. And when you speak to people, sometimes they will tell you season 4 was their favorite, and I cannot blame them. I really enjoyed it. However, I must say, I preferred season 3. Season 3 Darker Tone was great. Season 4 had a more light-hearted tone, but it was still dark in some aspect, and I still enjoyed my time a lot. There's a lot of political aspect to this season, if we can call it that way, and that's fine, I guess. I'm not a fan of that, but that's not bad. It's been a while I did not watch season 4, but I believe this season is where Nia Null has been introduced to us. She's basically the character that will slowly become Dreamer. I'm not quite sure if Dreamer arrived in season 3 or 4, but I know it's somewhere there because she was not on season 2, and I am pretty sure she arrived either season 3 or 4. But I think she arrived in season 4. Anyway, the villain, Agent Liberty, was great. I have nothing to say. It was well done. I enjoyed my time. Lena was okay, I guess. I say Lena was okay, I guess, because to be honest, I don't remember what she did in season 4. I think she was dating Jamie, and that gave her storylines, I guess. If I remember correctly, in season 3, we had a Morgan Edge storyline with Lena, and that one was good. Maybe it was on season 4, I can't remember. But now, what I really enjoyed about season 4, the quality stayed the same. You start the season, it was great. You end the season, it was great. I really enjoyed my time. Um, but as I said, I prefer season 3 over 4 because of the tone. I still enjoyed 4, and maybe it's not top tier for me, but it's I tier for me. Now, uh, we must say it. Uh, the Lex storyline was great. It was amazing. It was one of the best part about that season. I enjoyed my time watching that. And the Red Kara, I guess. I forgot. Red Doctor, I think. I'm not quite sure of the title they gave to that storyline. But regardless, that storyline was good. I enjoyed it. Martian Manhunter, as usual, he is amazing. Yeah, that was a good season overall. A very good season overall, and cannot wait to rewatch. And maybe on my next watch, I will enjoy my time more. Coming to season 5, I had no expectation. I had no expectation because 3 was great, amazing, all good word you can say. Season 4 was good. It was very good. But I really enjoyed more season 3. So coming to season 5, I was like, it will be good. I don't think it will be as good as season 3, but it will be good. I was open-minded coming to season 5. Now what I got was disappointing in so many levels. Before Crisis, the show was boring at best. I don't remember any impressive episode before the crossover. And this is wrong in my own opinion. Because you should be good before your crossover. Then, after Crisis, I must say, it was a bit better. Now, my biggest issue is Lena. You see, earlier in this video, I was speaking about how I enjoyed Lena in season 2, how she was also very good in season 3, and how in season 4, I don't really remember her, but that's not bad either. That means nothing really bothered me in season 3 or 4. Writers of season 5 ran out of idea for Lena. So they were like, let's have female legs! But here's the catch. Here's the catch. We also have legs because of Crisis. Oh my. So now we got 2 legs. One legs that clearly do some wrong stuff and that add some dark plan in the background. And we got like the second legs in Lena. Lena, like she She hides herself from herself. She don't embrace the. She don't like she is Lex, but she don't want to accept she's Lex because this is the new Lena. She hold a grudge against Supergirl. Lena is turning into a villain. She brainwashed people. Why? Why you are doing this to me? I could not stand that. I enjoyed a lot Lex Luthor in season 4, but in season 5, it was hard to watch because I had enough of him. I felt like he was overused. You had a great storyline in 4, you have the right for the character, so you're like, oh, let's plug that character in the Leviathan storyline. Let's plug cliche Luther that looks like a good guy, even if he's a bad guy. I did not like that at all. It was so hard to watch. Now, I must say, the back half was entertaining, but I did not like what was going on in the back half. So, season 5 overall is not good for me. It's mediocre at best. We had in season 4 good stuff, good material. Season 3 was amazing, but season 5 was mediocre at best. Now, I must say, William Day is interesting. I enjoyed him a lot. Andrea, not sure about that. Sometimes she's annoying, sometimes she's a good character. I don't know about Andrea, but yeah. Brainy was interesting, but it was much better in season 4. Nia is Nia. There's nothing more to add up. And the whole VR thing, I'm not a fan of that. So, with that being said, we must defend season 5. We had the illness everyone knows about that destroyed the end of the season. So this means they needed to put the trash bin, I believe, 3 or 4 episodes. And maybe these sad episodes could have saved that season. I don't think so, but who knows? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, coming to season 6, I had no expectation again. I had no expectation because I have watched at that point 5 seasons and I only enjoyed my time during 2. So, coming to season 6, I was like, okay, this is the final season. Maybe they will give everything they can give, and then uh, the show will end. And I must say, I was surprised. The first half was good. It was not amazing. It was good. I liked it. And Kara was in the Phantom Zone. And I was really excited to see her back and to see if we will have some consequence to the Phantom Zone. I was like, the Phantom Zone can be really hard on characters. And maybe that will break her. And maybe at the end of the series, she will go to the future because she will feel like she does not belong anymore to present day. So this was what I was expecting, and I I enjoyed my time in season 6. Uh, yes, the first half had a lot of boring stuff in it because it was a Supergirl TV show, Whiteout Supergirl, and the back half had also a lot of boring episode. But at least we had what I wanted to Supergirl. Basically, what I wanted is her experience some kind of PTSD from the Phantom Zone. I really like that. The first few episodes, she came back, she was different, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, season 6 overall was boring, but outside of being boring, I had no real issue with season 6. Of course, Lex, I cannot stand him, but let's face it, they cannot really set up any other new villain. Oh, wait, they did set up a new villain. And that new villain is broken. It's just impressive. It's like, okay, you're out of ideas to create threats for Supergirl, so magic! And magic is broken as you know it. So, season 6 turned Lex Luthor into a joke. It was worse than season 5 with Lex. And I really wanted Lex to die because that was a boring character. I could not stand him anymore. But the show ended. Am I satisfied with the ending of the show? Not really. I'm not satisfied with the ending of the show because they could have done a seventh season. I mean, they could have done a seventh season and make it great. Because the ending of season 6 felt like a season finale and not a series finale. The book was not closed in Supergirl 6th season. Now, at that point, we got Black Lightning that has ended, and we also got Arrow that has ended as well. And I felt like both show had closure. Both show ended. I don't feel the same for Supergirl. Supergirl reveals her identity to the world. Okay, this is interesting. This ends her story in a way that she always had struggled between both of her identity. She had hard time living as Kara, and she had hard time living as Supergirl as well. And now at the end, she no more have that struggle. She is Kara Zor-El. And that's fine, I guess, if it's a fairy tale. What they could have done is send her to the future and maybe recast her and make use Supergirl TV show in the future. But I guess they don't have the right or the ambition for such TV show. So, yeah. Now we are at the part of the video where I take a look to the comments of everyone on the internet. We will see, not everyone, well, top comment we should say. And we will see if I am the only one with the issue I did add with the show. We will see if other people have other take on it. As usual, we will read my comment. It's the first comment. Here, season 1. 2 stars. Good cast, bad writers. You want to watch a show that keeps reminding you that the main character is a woman? This show is for you. Lucy Lane should be named Lucy Lane. Her character was painful to watch because the writer made her this way. The actress was great, with the shit personality the writer gave her. Martian Manhunter was the only good reason to watch the show since the actor is great. The villains are boring. They are cliche Superman villain. Boring. Cat was amazing. This show is better than Legends of Tomorrow, but it's pretty low quality. Melissa Benoist is a good Supergirl in a bad show. No surprise, CBS canceled the show after a season. Now let's take a look to what other people may have said about season 1. And as you can see, the score right now 54 with the audience and 92 with the top critics. Let's skip the critics. Okay, this show started out with great potential but went downhill so fast starting in season 4. If you watch, do yourself a favor and do not get invested in Kara's story. Oh yeah, this is right. I didn't really mention it, but I know a lot of people mention this, but the Supergirl TV show likes to focus more on supporting character than main character. So I get what he is saying. Do not get invested in Kara's story. I agree with that. I was invested with all characters, but Kara is not the main focus of the series. Rare that a lot of people hate the show saying that Melissa acting was bad. I think she portrays a more relatable Kara Zor-El than comics or games. Fair enough, she is a female Superman when she could be a different take, a different character that could have given us different stories and character growth. Because let's be real, the Supergirl TV show did not add much character growth for Kara outside of her accepting both sides of her personality at the end of the show. Supergirl, in my opinion, is a very rushed show, or at least that is what I think after I finished watching season 1. The first episode itself is from the Phantom Zone. Okay, Cameron carried the whole show, and after she left, everything fell apart. Okay, that's a bit rude, but I can understand you. Excellent show. It is most likely kid friendly as well. The characters are relatable, and it is just a fun show to watch overall. I would definitely recommend it to people who like superhero TV show, I guess. Spanish, I don't understand you. Not a bad start for a legacy character, but who likes a guessy character? The first season was actually not that bad. Too bad it went downhill fast after moving to the CW afterward. So you see, there are some people that enjoyed it, and a lot of people did not like season 1. Hear me out. We see an increase of 2% for the audience. This is really sad and fair. Let's read out my comments. Better than season 1, the bar is still very low. The main villain feels different than the usual Superman villain, but that doesn't mean we got a good main villain. The reason started, the season started great. The more episodes you see, the worse the show is getting. Cadmus' story was much better than Daxamite's story. Mon-El was interesting. Mon-El's mother was so atrocious to see. Lena was a very interesting new character. I was scared they would make her dollar store Lex or female Lex. They didn't take her that way, which was good. The show got rid of annoying Lucy, thanks. The overall quality of the show is higher since CW took over. CBS was the wrong network for the show. Superman came in the show and it was great. until they ruined him later on the season. Anyway, the show got better there. This is my thoughts. Let's take a look to what the other people have to say. I don't understand Spanish. The only achievement of season 2 is that it's better than season 1. That's only because they're able to bring in more lore into it. Okay. To say this show is unbearable would be an understatement. The lack of action is already bad enough, but the atrocious VFX and the terrible writing are just insulting. I get where you are coming from, but yeah, it's TV show. Don't expect uh, top quality all the time. Now, of course, technology improved over the years, and now it's better, and budget are higher. But keep in mind, season 2 was 2015, I believe. 2016? It was 2016 to 2017. So it was not as recent as now. And the more year pass by, the better the technology will be. My wife and I were keeping up with all the CW superhero show in the Arrowverse until this season of Supergirl. The writer focused so much on being progressive that they forgot to make good stories. I believe this is the rest. This season, the show went downhill fast thanks to W. Oh, I don't agree with that, buddy. No, no, no. Terrible writing and acting. Okay, painful to watch. Amazing they renewed it. Oh my. Not as strong as the first season, but still excellent. Flock art is missed, but the addition are great, and the story is just as good as ever. Yeah, as you can see, it's still divided. You see, there's actually more negative than positive this time. Yeah, this does not look good for the show. So I think here there's a drop, or it's the same, one of the two. People that were not on board with this. Here's my comment. The best season of Supergirl. The darker tone, the story was interesting. Rain was very interesting. The other villains are okay. The writing still needs some improvement, but it's much better than what season 1 and 2 gave us. The season had a few less impressive episodes by the end, but it was still entertaining. The Legion of Superheroes was amazing. Can't wait to rewatch the season. The only negative I see is the whole Maggie Alex relationship. It dragged down the show a lot. So this is my comment. Let's see what the other people are saying about that season. Okay. Started off decent with Kara emotional story, then completely flopped the landing. True, I agree with that statement. And the show never recovers afterward. I already agree, season 4 was good. He says got worse and worse. Okay, if you say so, I won't argue. This is your opinion. Season 3 was probably the most boring and forgettable season in the show. I actually had to look up on Wikipedia what episode belonged it on it. Yeah, I feel like season 2 is worst. Well, actually, no. We forget a lot about season 3, but we don't really remember bad stuff about it, about outside of the Maggie. I'm not really impressed. Really like this season. Extremely bad and lazy writing and very mediocre acting. Nothing here makes sense. Cried during the finale because of Win leaving, but great season. Terrible writing and acting. Enjoyed this season. Great stories. Easy to watch. Just put your brain on neutral and enjoy it. So here we have a bit more people that enjoyed it. And we still have these people that cannot stand the show and still watch it. Cannot blame you if you hope one day it will be better, but if you don't have any expectation and you just watch to watch, go watch something you like. So, season 4. My, that drop. 13% drop. This is sad. This season was not that bad. Not as good as season 3, but still leagues ahead of season 1 and 2. The Agent Liberty Sentry episode was great. The overall season is entertaining. Several story arcs made the season feel different than any previous season of the show. Lex Luthor was a great villain. That season was good from start to end. Nothing feels out of place. Lena stays another interesting character. Lionel coming to the mix added another interesting character. So she came in season 4 basically. Despite not having Melissa on set for a few weeks, they still found a way around to give Supergirl a story. I don't remember Kara seeking for love, which is great. The only negative that really dragged down the show a lot would be the fact that many political agenda are pushed down our throats. So maybe my negative is why this is this slow and people don't like politics on TV, or they don't like politics on TV when it's not well done, and Supergirl has our time giving us good politics. Still kinda has it mostly. Worst season so far? No, season 1 and 2 were much worse, but this is your opinion. Season 4 was absolute worst in terms of everything. I don't know why, but it seems like we got bashing in Arrowverse. Okay. The series began really well with a strong female character in the lead, and other strong female character in support roles. Okay, I will tell you this, Sab. When you say that kind of stuff, you don't watch the show for Supergirl, you watch it for the agenda. I don't like your comments, Sab. Whoever you are, don't watch TV for agenda. Watch TV for entertainment. My. Let's me add blonde girl breaks into US warship in the middle of the ocean and fires missile. It's the best Supergirl season. It took a big leap in quality. I should say it's the same as 3. The character were well introduced, with highlights for the antagonist. The plot this time is serious. I cannot agree. You can never take a professional critic for this website seriously. They are agenda driven. The show was really good the first season. How can you say these two sentences? One makes sense, the other one don't. Okay. People didn't like season 4. I cannot blame them because it's true agenda were pushed in that season, but that doesn't mean it was a bad season. Could have been better, but yeah, everyone has their own opinion. Oh my, it dropped even lower. Now, I cannot blame them because I did not enjoy the season either, but 39, and we cannot blame agenda this time. There was no agenda in this season. Now, let's take a look to my comments. Huge downgrade from season 3 or 4. When I think about season 5, all I remember is Lena turning into female legs. Atrocious. Leviathan was okay, I guess. Dreamer is okay. Supergirl is okay. Brainy is cool. Some episodes are interesting, other are hard to watch. Andrea is okay. James' sister is okay. Despite a virus, they still ended the season well. Give them props for that. Season 5 is mediocre at best. At least they didn't force us a relationship for Kara. Why Lex is back? Anyway, the season is okay. Now, I am currently re-watching season 5, and I realized uh, William Day was a love interest at that point for Kara, but they did not force us the relationship. They had chemistry, they worked well together, and William as a character was interesting, and he was indeed a good supporting character. And I don't bother him if at the end of the series he would have ended up with Kara. So let's take a look to why people think that season is so bad. Needs a little more oomph. Okay, I don't know what oomph mean, but I get you. I didn't think anything could be worse than season 4, but they managed. So much time spent on annoying sidekicks. Yeah. This is the season where Kara spends half her time apologizing to her abuser and the other half surviving other people plot with nothing for herself. Now I totally understand. This comment is my issue I had in season 5. So I cannot blame you for that half a star. Season 1 5, it was better than I expected. They had some decent humor in it now and then. Certainly not eye cinema, but entertaining enough. In general, entertaining. The best is still Melissa Benoist, who plays Supergirl quite well. I also like Lena's part. I don't understand you. All through the year 8, all through year 8 against er 8 against Supergirl in season 5 is annoying. Let me guess what you wrote. Season 5 add some good villain arcs, I guess. Nah. I don't agree with you. This was not inspiring. True. Don't know why the CW is ending it. Okay. Great show. Yeah, ask other people if they find it great. Extremely bad and lazy writing and very mediocre acting. Nothing here makes sense. Cannot blame you for thinking that. Youch. Okay. Season 6, it's some low. 31. Much better than season 5, not as good than season 3 or 4. I liked the Phantom Zone part of the season, very interesting. Thanks, we lost Lex for half of the season, and he only came back in the back half of the season, turning him into a joke. The villain of this season is boring. Team Supergirl at its best. Lena doing magic? Okay, whatever. The season was entertaining, binge watch it. I liked the idea of Supergirl having some sort of PTSD from the Phantom Zone. William was a good character, well used. So, I enjoyed more this season than 5, but that's not enough for me. This is just not enough for me. So let's take a look to what others are saying, and I fear the worst. I'm just joking. I don't fear it. I know it will be atrocious to read. Wokest show ever. C'en est ridicule et quasiment une mauvaise caricature de tous les stéréotypes woke, les dialogues. Okay, so I will translate it. Wokest show ever. Okay, I think you got this part. He's saying it's ridiculous and it's a bad uh, picture of all woke stereotypes. When people are speaking, it's not natural. Yeah. Does not go out with a bang. I agree with that. Pretty disappointed with the ending. Don't understand you, Spanish guy. As each season has gotten worse and worse, I sadly am happy to see this show finally end. Supergirl can fly off in her pantsuit and her transgender body. Okay, that person. I don't like your comments because if you mix up like gender in your review, that means you don't like that kind of stuff. But why are you watching Supergirl then? You know you will get that. So why? I am a huge comic book fan. I have been since a child. But this show went from not all that bad to horrible. Instead of trying to tell good stories, they used the show to uh, have some political agenda or identity agenda, I should guess. Supergirl beats Farrell to Melissa Benoist's Girl of Steel with a flawed yet satisfying final season and with lots of emotion running around, but also leaving the door for her to come back. Now, I will be honest there, I don't think she will come back. Maybe they will find a way to recast, but I don't think Melissa will ever want to come back at Vancouver or Canada to shoot anything. I think she is from Broadway or like don't know where Broadway is, but I know she likes Broadway. Maybe she is from like LA or I don't know. I know she's not coming back in Canada for sure. And this is sad because she was interesting. Overall, this season was over the place. Too much Taylor could have just done 10, 13 episode in my opinion. Final was anticlimactic. This is true. You see, in the final, they wrote the most cringiest line ever, and my people are making a meme about it. Really, when people meme about your show, you know you have bad writing. Anyway, total failure to fulfill Kara's character story in a meaningful and satisfying way. It's like they forgot everything that happened in the entire rest of the show. The totem chase, I guess. Well, we've reached the end of another superhero show. This is officially the sixth and final season of Supergirl. Okay, so a lot of hate because of agenda. I cannot blame anybody. So, at the end, was Supergirl any good? In my opinion, they had two great seasons. two seasons you must watch. The rest, I don't know. I feel like Supergirl is wasted potential. They did not have the right people writing the show. They were more about agenda than story. They were more into the supporting character than the main character itself. Remove Supergirl from most of the season, and that won't change anything. The best season for Kara, in my own opinion, was season 3, and the very end of season 6 when she revealed her identity, and maybe the Phantom Zone as well, because when she once Supergirl came back, she had some kind of PTSD. But outside of that, Supergirl TV show was not really about Supergirl. It was about agenda and side character. That's why people didn't enjoy it. That's why you see that much negative people. And you also have close-minded people that just hate something because it represents some group of people. So, at the end, was Supergirl any good? Maybe. I will tell you a true answer. It's really sad to say for me. It was not any good. It's really sad for me because, as I said, I enjoyed season 3 and 4 a lot. But I cannot consider a series good if I only enjoyed 2 seasons out of 6. Season 6 was fine in my own opinion, but it was not as good as season 3 or 4. And maybe I found season 6 fine because season 5 was a disaster. And maybe I found season 5 was a disaster because it was truly one. Anyway, was Supergirl any good? For 2 seasons, yes. The entire show? No. So, coming next, I have a Arrow's Downfall video in the making. I need to rewatch season 1, 2. I am currently rewatching 3 and 6. I also need to rewatch season 7 of Arrow. And I also need to rewatch 8. So I basically need to rewatch pretty much the entire show except season 4. Because I already rewatched that painful season. Anyway, I have more Arrowverse content in the making. I hope you guys will enjoy uh, future content. So just subscribe. You will have more content like that. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.